Hello, and welcome back to the Untitled Podcast. I'm Kyle.
I'm Bryce.
And I'm Seth.
And we're here today to talk to you about some of the week's events. A big headline last week had to do with Florida. So Bryce is going to talk to you a little bit about that later. But first off, we wanted to apologize for a promise we made about a video last week. That is not going to happen.
Nope, it was just that awful.
Yeah, we didn't have any usable footage, really. Well, we do have some, and it'll be released in little increments later on. But we were going to do one big video, and it just wasn't interesting enough to really...
We had about 45 minutes of footage and about 5 minutes of usable footage.
Yeah.
Mostly because our camera angles, my camera angles... I'm going to go ahead and blame it on myself.
I wasn't there.
You weren't even there. My camera angles focused more on my chest or up at the ceiling.
Yeah.
And
lots of interviews with people that you don't see, just random voices.
You just hear phantom voices.
And I have to apologize also is that I will probably be coughing some through this video, and I may sound a little congested, and that's because I am. I have a slight cold, so...
Guess I gotta make up for it and actually talk during these podcasts.
That would be nice.
Well, as we mentioned, they're not really podcasts, are they?
No, we've had that brought to our attention by several people that we are actually not a podcast. Technically. We're podcast formatted videos on YouTube. But all that's soon to change, because we will be a podcast eventually, once I get the RSS feed set up. And then we will have, hopefully in the future, we want to have I think we talked about this on the update. Did we? Last week?
We talked a little on the update.
Have like a roundtable discussion about a topic with a couple other hosts. And do that as just an audio podcast that you can access through iTunes or SoundCloud. So I'm in the process of working things out on SoundCloud to get our actual podcast feed set up. But it's a lot of work, so... We'll see. It will be in the future. It's suggested to have a good backlog before you actually start posting podcasts because you're more likely to be boosted up on iTunes charts that way. So, but anyway, so what happened in Florida that's so interesting?
There were a number of 6 robberies that people have blamed on ninjas.
Ninjas?
There is apparently a group of 3 ninjas, one wearing a fedora that he stole from one of the robberies.
I love this story so much.
I love it too. There's these 3 ninjas that they go in, they're not that sneaky either. They go in and they just tie up the people and take their stuff. But it's become such an issue that the whole task force down there is setting their primary objective to catch these ninja robbers.
Who would have thought that in the 21st century we would have problems, especially in the United States, with having ninjas be thieves?
Yeah. Ninjas are usually honorable, aren't they? Or is
No,
that more...
no, that's the samurai.
That's more of
honorable.
samurais.
Yeah, the samurai have honor, and the ninja are the shadowy, assassins and thieves. So it makes sense,
Mm-hmm.
But it's just... So they've broken into how many homes now?
According to the article that I've been reading about it, it says about 6 robberies. So
6 robberies. And interesting thing, they're all multi-million-dollar
oh yeah, these are big homes.
Yeah, they're mansions and big business people that have been robbed. Which I guess you would have to be a ninja to get through their security systems. I don't know.
Very true.
So it's very impressive. Though I love their sense of style. The fedora, just you break into a house, you see a nice white fedora, you gotta take it.
Oh yeah.
and
Makes
wear
it
it to
quite
the
the
rest of the
challenge.
rover.
Makes it quite the challenge too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Kinda ruins your
it's
camouflage.
one thing going in, dressed all in black and hidden from view, but it's another thing when you're wearing a bright white fedora.
Is that like the only thing you see of the ninja that's moving around? Because ninjas are supposed to be invisible. You just see the fedora like fly through the room.
Yeah, there were a few pictures that were released, and you can barely see the person or the ninja, but you can see that hat, that wonderful white fedora.
So that's a great, and this of course happened in Florida, which got us thinking. A lot of things happen in Florida. If you think of like the weirdest news articles in recent memory,
most likely happened in Florida.
Most of them happen in Florida.
Yeah.
I know that there was the big thing going on last year or the year before. I'm really bad about my years; they all kind of blur together. But at some point in the recent past, there was like a homeless man in Florida that was on some sort of horrible drug, and he attacked a guy. He was naked and he attacked a guy and tried to eat him. And I forget if the guy survived or not.
I think I remember that. I'm not sure if the guy survived, but it's pretty crazy.
It's crazy stuff happens in Florida, and that's why I don't like going there. That's not why I don't like going there, but I don't like going there.
I've never gone there.
Really?
Yeah, I've always wanted to go. I've been invited by friends, and then they're like, "Hey, we're not gonna actually take this trip to Florida."
Oh, I thought they were just like, "Hey, we're not gonna take you."
It might be that too.
Well, we'll have to go to Florida sometime, just so you can experience it.
Okay.
And understand.
We'll do that. Hey, maybe Playlist Live next year. Who knows?
Hey, Playlist Live. Could be a thing. That is, if people watch us. Yes. So that got me thinking. What are the weirdest things to hit the news from Florida last year? We haven't really gone through enough of this year to have a lot of big stories. No. But 2013 was eventful. I'm gonna talk about the top 10 things that happened in Florida. So number 10 being a man stabbed his brother over missing macaroni and cheese. Wait for it, and a beer.
Macaroni and cheese and a beer.
Which I can kind of understand.
I can understand, especially the beer part.
Yeah, I've had some good macaroni and cheese, and if I have leftovers, I'm like, don't touch that. That's mine. And you know how it feels when someone eats your food. So I kind of understand. That was in Deltona, Florida. Yeah, 49-year-old Floridian has been arrested on suspicion of stabbing his brother over a food fight. A food fight. So number 9, this is even better. I think this is my favorite. Is a Florida woman renews marriage vows with a Ferris wheel named Bruce. This is such a touching story.
I don't even know what to say to that. Please go on.
There's not much. That's just the headline. That's all the information I could find about it. But obviously there's a Ferris wheel named Bruce.
I didn't even know that was legal. I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't realize that you could be married to an inanimate object either. But
maybe I have a better chance of getting married than I thought.
I know.
Yeah.
I've always thought there are certain things I'm like, well, if I could marry that, I would. So this Ferris wheel really puts out some hope.
Okay, what about number 8?
Number 8 is kind of interesting. Now, in Florida, there's a lot of homeless people.
Okay.
A lot of beach bums and stuff, just people that just live out on the streets or on the beach. But this is an interesting one. And of course, with homeless people, what you often get is people standing out with signs stating that they're homeless and they need donations of food or money or whatever to help them go on. And it's expected. Now, here's a person that's standing out with a sign, but not for food and not homeless, but to raise money for breast implants.
First, I have to ask, woman or guy?
a woman.
Okay,
Thank
thankfully.
goodness.
Thankfully.
Though it would be so much better if it was a
It
guy.
would have been so much better. But yeah, I'm sure she got money.
I guess.
I
If you're gonna stand out with a sign and ask for it, then whatever, do it. I wish that story was about a guy though. That would have been so much better. It would have moved down this list considerably. All right, here's one. Number 7. Dog shoots Florida man Gregory Dale Lanier in the leg with a 9mm handgun.
That is one awesome dog.
That's a ticked off dog.
Oh yeah. But that's pretty awesome. I hate using the word awesome. Guys, there's gonna eventually be a counter for how many times I say awesome through the course of
It's true.
this YouTube thing. I've already said it 3 times.
We're just
4
gonna make a
times,
little like
5 times,
collage
who
of
knows?
videos of him just going awesome, 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 awesome.
Maybe even make a little rap remix to it.
So,
But if you think about it, a 9mm actually any gun, for that matter, takes quite some precision and stuff.
yeah, I mean,
to aim, to shoot, to even
I've
hold
heard
the
of
trigger.
having trained attack dogs, but that's a new level. If you can train your attack dog to use a handgun, you're not getting robbed.
Nope.
And the pictures of a pug too. I don't know if that's the actual dog, but
That would be the cutest way to get shot.
I would get shot that way.
I would love to get. I would not love to get shot, but if I was to get shot,
You'd hope it'd be by a pug.
I'd hope it'd be by a pug.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little cute puppy
or kitten.
or kitten.
That'd be. You couldn't even be mad. You'd be like, oh.
Okay, now number 6,
Number
I believe,
6.
right?
Sally Colburn believes dead husband sent her heart-shaped potato.
That's that is the best. Was it for an anniversary or did he just send it? Because
It's according to she's holding a heart-shaped potato, and that's her quote is that she says that it was sent to her by her dead husband. I guess she loves potatoes.
Well, I do too. Like if you
Obviously, we've talked about that.
Yes, we've talked about that. I ate the raw potatoes. In the Chibicon footage, I actually got to talk to the staff member that got into a fight because of...
We might release that one eventually. That was actually a pretty good video.
Yeah, that time I actually got video. He explains how to cook a potato, too.
And it was of his face and not his chest, because that would be
Yeah,
weird.
yeah, they actually got his face in it.
See, if I got a heart-shaped potato from the girl I liked, that's the way to my heart. Give me a heart-shaped potato, and I will love you forever.
Doesn't take much, does it?
Heart-shaped potato,
If
and
it's cooked, it's even better.
Actually, no, that's a brand name. Can't use brand names, can we?
Heart-shaped potato is a brand name?
No, I was going to say like the type of tea that I love. It comes in cans.
Oh, okay.
It's chilled and stuff. Can't use it though.
I see.
Copyrights.
Yeah.
Eh.
Okay, so number 5, moving on from ridiculous potatoes, is herpes-infected monkeys terrorize Florida, is the headline. Love Florida so much.
I know.
What is this?
He's having trouble
I'm
reading.
having trouble. Yeah, I can't read this.
Whatever
I
the
don't
next
like
one
this
is.
awkward silence.
Sorry for awkward silence. I can't read.
Skip it if you can't read
Yeah, I
it.
can't read number 4.
So
I literally can't read it.
number 4 is wow, that's tiny.
It's just blurry.
It's just all this tiny blurry words. So we're not.
But
gonna read
something
it.
to do with a misspelling on the University of Florida sign on the interstate. So you can look that up if you want, but I can't read it on here for some reason.
So number 3.
Number 3 is Florida man bitten by a shark, punched by a monkey twice, struck by lightning, and then bitten by a snake.
Is he still alive?
Yeah,
Wow,
this guy's tough.
that's quite a story to tell.
Then he got his face eaten by a homeless man. No, I'm kidding. But this guy is. When I first read this, it was just the. It just said man bitten by shark, punched by monkey twice, struck by lightning, bitten by a snake. Mm-hmm. I originally thought this has to be in Australia,
and it was in Florida.
But it's in Florida. I didn't think they had monkeys in Florida, but obviously they do, and they're all infected with herpes. Excuse me.
They're all rampaging around attacking people, too.
Yeah, just punching people.
Yeah.
They're like little boxer monkeys with herpes. Okay, so number 2.
You can't read that one either.
Yeah, I can. I just had to make sure I could. Florida man arrested for assault with Taco Bell burrito. A man in Tampa Bay, Florida, has been charged with assaulting a boy with a Taco Bell burrito.
I don't know if I'd be mad if I got hit with Taco
I guess
Bell.
at first, but if it was like repeated, like you'd be like, oh, thanks, man, stop it!
I just look at him and open my mouth.
Yeah, it's like aim for the teeth. Usually if someone like goes to punch you, you're like, not the face.
But this time
it's like, hit me in the face.
Hit me in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that could be good. Okay, so our final one, number 1, is a man sprinkled his fiance's ashes at LensCrafters, causing Florida Mall's evacuation in Sarasota.
Did it explain why? Why he did that?
No, not that I could.
He just sprinkled his fiance's ashes.
Oh, there was an adjustment to this list too.
Okay.
Originally, there's actually more on this list than just the top 10. But number 27, I'm not sure what it is actually. But it used to be an 81-year-old man fighting a raccoon.
I think I've heard about that before.
It was actually took place in Connecticut, not Florida.
Okay.
It still happened.
Still happened. Still pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so number 1 is a man decided to sprinkle ashes of his dead fiancée at LensCrafters because...
Wonderful.
Because reasons.
Well,
romantic.
Certain people, they'll dump their fiancé or wife or their spouse's ashes. Where...
That's the least... That's the least romantic way you could possibly put of spreading ash. You could say spread, sprinkle, or dump. Take my,
I didn't even catch
my
that.
dead wife's ashes and dump them here.
They sprinkle them where, in a romantic place or a memorable place. Maybe they met each other
at LensCrafters.
At LensCrafters.
Well, obviously she didn't have very good eyesight, and maybe she just wore glasses, and her favorite place to get glasses was LensCrafters. And he was like, "Oh, she loved LensCrafters."
He was trying to be thoughtful.
Yeah.
So. Props to you.
So that's that for Florida. Thank goodness that's over.
Now, we did have something else. I did not look up... Well, I did look up an article, but I didn't save it on my phone. Didn't bring my tablet, which actually had the article on it. But I just want to let you guys know, we talked about that landfill about 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, that was our first podcast.
It would be 2 weeks ago. It was in our first set of podcasts, the test series, about this landfill in New Mexico that Atari had supposedly dumped millions of copies of E.T. games. That has now been confirmed. It is no longer a rumor. They did find millions of copies in there.
Yeah. Let's see here.
They say they continued to keep on finding them too.
I'll try to find a recent article. I think so far it's somewhere around 750,000 that they found.
So close to 1 million. But they say they keep on finding more and more each time they look.
Yeah. It just keeps going.
It's okay, Kyle.
Yeah, I can't find it.
It'll be okay.
We'll do an update of it sometime. But yeah, they found them. It's not just a
legend.
A legend anymore.
Myth.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
The Atari burial ground. Which makes me wonder what other things are buried there.
Or if there's any other burial sites.
Yeah. I mean, there's failures of video games that should be buried underground.
Basically,
They gotta find them.
a lot of movie tie-in games, especially.
Yeah. Movie tie-in games. I'm sure there's some remote area with a giant landfill just full of Superman 64 games.
You really have something against that game, don't you?
Because it was terrible.
Have you ever played it? It's awful.
It's bad.
It is really bad.
I never played it, so
Never
I get...
saves.
I never... I never played it, so I can't quite defend it. But yeah.
Yeah.
So that's just about it for Untitled Podcast.
Yeah, just in news for what's going to be happening this week. We're still going to have Nerds with Shirts Wednesday, so look out for that. Anime Club's going to be a new series this Friday. Watch that. It's going to be good. We're actually excited about this one.
Yeah.
And then possibly at some point this weekend, we're going to be watching Godzilla because Godzilla! And so I'm marathoning the movies. Well, not marathoning, but I'm watching them all leading up to it. I got all of them. So I'm really excited. I might do some reviews on them. I don't know.
So we might do some reviews on the movie after we watch it.
Yeah. And if you're in the Lexington, Nicholasville area in Kentucky, we'll post a time that we're going to watch the movie.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to come and watch it.
And you guys can come. You guys can see us. It would be awesome to see
meet some people.
There. Yeah, meet some people.
That'd be fun. So keep an eye out for that. It'll be on the Twitter page and the Facebook fan page that will announce that when we're leaving. So I think that's all for now.
That's all for now.
Remember, you can contact us at NWSpodcast@gmail.com. And like, comment, subscribe to this video if you enjoyed it.
I'm Bryce.
I'm Kyle.
And thanks for watching.
I'm Seth. Yeah.
There it is.
There's
Seth.
There's
Probably
Seth.
see my hands.
Probably.
Probably.
Anyways.
There's Seth, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.